Do you have him?
Mm-hmm.
You have how much of his body you have in there?
I can see his fingertips.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, ready? Go.
My name is Jack States. I'm a volunteer member of the technical advisory group of the Popo Agie Conservation District, and I've been a member of this group for several years now. I'm interested in water quality here, as most of our citizens are, because one of the first things that comes to our mind here, and it's been on the minds of all the citizens of Lander, concerning water quality, water use, that means quantity too. And in fact, we had a town hall meeting a few years ago, and water quality came to the top of the list. And of course, it's natural to think about that, but we're not often aware of how we affect water quality when we use it, and nor can we do much about it in terms of identifying the problems or remediating, improving water quality. So I participate in this advisory group because I have a background in science and ecology, microbiology, and I have been able to use that interest to volunteer for the Conservation District. I've been asked the question, why should the Conservation District be involved in watershed planning? And right off the top of my head, I say, why not? Because the Conservation District actually is the agency which can help coordinate, organize, and implement watershed plans. And through that process, the TAG group is able to provide guidance and input from the community. And it's community participation that I think is one of the most important and valuable things that we do, working with the Conservation District to address the issues that we have here on the Middle Fork of the Popo Agie. I think one of the things that the Conservation District has done as a participating member and actually the leader in the program is that they have been able to augment our tax dollars to the district by applying for state and federal grants that enable them to not only identify the problems here, but to make plans for remediation and improvement of water quality in this watershed. So we have been privileged to be a part of their process as an advisory group. I think one of the signal things that the Conservation District has done is to be able to apply and augment our tax dollars to supplement state and federal money to continue a very expensive monitoring program. It's probably one of the most expensive things that one does when they're looking at impacts on the environment. So they have used that money to help meet state and federal water quality standards through an in-house capability of measuring water quality and making recommendations and implementing remediation projects to improve stream banks, wildlife habitat, flood control, and of course meeting state and federal water quality standards. I was asked about what it takes to provide a high quality research database to assess the water quality conditions of the stream, and they have in-house the capability to measure water quality standards using quality assurance, quality control techniques. They have extremely well-qualified technicians that do this work. They also have been very receptive to our groups, the TAG groups, input on vision for our watershed, and also for making midstream connections, corrections to the watershed plan as it goes along. So it's very important to receive both financial support and technical support to continue the long-term monitoring that it's going to take for this watershed to come back to the standards that we expect it to be. It is on the impaired streams list, but we have made tremendous progress through the activities of the Conservation District to not only identify the areas on the this stream, but also to implement some best management practices to improve the condition out here. So I would say overall, it's been a win-win situation for we citizens here in Lander. I'm a landowner. I've benefited from their services here, and I hope that it continues in the years to come.